Good morning students, welcome you all in the class of History Civics. Right now we are going to the chapter Local Self-Government in Urban Areas. In this regard, during the previous lectures, I explained you about the composition and some compulsory functions of municipal corporation. Today I am going to discuss with you about the optional functions of corporation. So listen carefully. Actually students, these optional functions, they are also known as discretionary functions of the corporation, and these functions are those functions which a good corporation ought to perform, which we expect from the corporation. So let us know what are these optional functions which a good corporation is expected to perform. So for example, to provide local transport facility, to maintain bus service, to arrange the supply of milk and cooking gas, to set up and maintain old age homes, rescue homes for destitute. Destitute means people, those who are homeless, who are not having any finance also. Shelters for the homeless and orphanages, to provide secondary as well as higher education also, to provide public bath, public ghat, washing ghats and some other welfare schemes also. Then beautification of the city, for example, to just construct the dividers, to just make the paintings on the walls, to just make the flyover, just as right now in our city also this process is going on. Then public housing through housing boards. These are some optional functions which a corporation is ought to perform. Now, as I told you in the beginning, that performing these functions depends upon the budget of the corporation. It needs some money. So what are the different sources of income to the corporation? Let us know. For example, the taxes. Collection of taxes is a major source of income to the corporation, and these taxes are property tax, vehicle tax, theatres and entertainment tax, advertisement tax. For example, taxes on banners and hoardings, and taxes on the approval of building plans and transfer of property, then toll tax on the uses of bridges, etc. Then next important source of income to corporation is cesses and rates. Cess means small taxes like education cess, cess on consumption of water and electricity, cess on professions and trade, and octroi duty means import-export duty. Then rental income. Corporation also collects rent from its property. Then apart from these taxes and rent, state government also provide financial help to the corporation, and with the approval, with the permission of state government, it can also get loans from the banks. Apart from this, corporation also construct the complexes, commercial complexes as well as restaurant on its property in order to increase its income. So this was all about the corporation. Now let us know about the municipal committee. So municipal committee is set up in smaller towns with a population ranging from 20,000 to 10 lakhs. And these municipal committee is also known as municipality or municipal board. And organization of municipal committee and its functions are almost same to the municipal corporation, but there are three major differences which we should know. What are the major differences between corporation and committee? Listen. Actually, corporation handles the administration of larger areas with a population of 10 lakhs, whereas municipalities serve a smaller population and smaller cities. Then next difference, corporation have more financial resources, more larger and powerful responsibilities as well as resources as compared to committees. Okay. Next, corporation deal directly with the state government, while municipalities have the first approach to district administration, then through it can approach the state or government official for any matter. And sources of income are almost same. means municipal committee has the same sources of income which is just having corporation. Okay, now let us know about the town area committee. So actually town area committees, they exist in towns with a population of 10 to 20,000. Its members are also elected by the adult and registered voters of the town. Some seats are reserved for SC, ST categories, backward classes, and 1/3 seats are reserved for women also. Then all these elected members, they elect one chairman, and secretary exercises all the executive powers. Then functions and sources of income of town area committee are more or less same as those of municipal committee, and municipal committee is also known as Nagar Panchayat. So there are more than 450 Nagar Panchayats in India. Okay, this is all for today. In the next video, we will discuss about the notified area committee as well about the cantonment board. Till then, have a good day.